All right, everyone. So we left off with our pie slicer, the bottom of our pie slicer. And so what we need to do is we need to make a handle. And what I'm thinking it would be best is to create kind of a cylinder here, and then maybe a cylinder that goes off this way. And that would give us a nice handle to work with. This cylinder here, this cylinder can be reasonably short, and we may want to turn it a little bit and nudge it a little bit as we go, but we'll play with that. This handle here will probably be a little bit longer. In both cases, the cylinder is going to start out here at the middle. So that's where the cylinder will start. So we're going to need to move the cylinder and then rotate the cylinder and maybe lift the cylinder up a little bit in both cases. So let's go ahead and jump into this. So we've created our slice at the bottom. Nice, nice, nice. So let's add a cylinder. And I don't want this cylinder to be really, really thick. So I'm going to make the radius of this cylinder 5. And I think keeping the height as 20 is going to be perfect. So let's run this and see what happens with it. So we run it. Oh, let's keep going. Yep, yep. And there's the cylinder. So what we need to do with our cylinder is we need to move the cylinder up. So we'll move it up in the Z direction, 10 units. And then we'll move it out in the Y direction, 80 units. And that'll take it to the edge of my slice. And then we'll just rotate it over a little bit until we get it right to where we want it to be. So let me go to the move. And so we want to move it in the Y direction, 80, so it puts it on the edge of our slicer, and we want to move it up 20. So let's see what this looks like. Oh, that went a little too far, didn't it? It kind of went right there. It probably, oh, I moved it up 20. I only need to move it up 10. Tinkering, that's what we do. So let's try this again. So there's my second one, and there's my slice, and there we go. So now we need to rotate this in the same manner that we rotated the first box. We're going to use a pivot point. So we're going to rotate that cylinder around the Z axis. It won't be 90 degrees. It will probably, and it won't be the entire 45. It will probably be somewhere halfway in between. So we might rotate it about that far. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. And let's get our pivot point in there. So we need 0, 0, 0. I'm excited. Let's see what happens. So, and I'll speed it up this time. Oh, we rotate. Let's slow that down so we can see what happens. That went too fast. Oh, it rotated all the way around, so we don't need to do that. So let's go. Let's rotate it about that far and see what it does. Oh, I think we need to rotate it the other direction, don't we? So that's probably going to be a little too far. Yeah, so I think it was a 45 degrees. So we probably want to make that 22.5. That is half of 45 degrees. Let's see what that does. Nice. So that is going to be the kind of the base of our pie slicer. We should probably move our, notice that the cylinder is kind of a halfway there through the pie. Our pie slicer is a height of 5, so we could probably sink that back down a little bit. So we moved it up 10 units. Maybe we should move it up only 7.5 units. That's better. See how that works on the bottom? And we can always change the height later. So let me pause this video here, and I'll come back and make another video that shows us how to complete our handle.